quiz, second quiz. But it's now the Google form is not opening, Guruji. What may be the reason? Is there is any time limit for this?
No. There is no time limit. Everyone should. It should open, Mataji. There is no time limit.
I attended the first one. I am trying to attend the second one, but the Zoom link is not opening. That.
Mataji, Nandita Mataji will once look after. Or
I asked her. She asked me to do so. Like come out of this thing, Google Forms again. You go there. Then also I tried. It's not working. So I thought
what is the problem?
It's showing it's not opening. The Google Form is not opening for you. Just something message is coming.
Okay, I'll check once and then I can
Second
take without checking.
First one I did full 9 questions I did, and from second this one onwards I'm not able to attend.
No, this should not happen. I'll check first, then I'll tell you. Okay.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. So today's chapter will take, okay, so that is Gyan Yoga. Last day we have Karma Yoga we have attended. So now is the Gyan Yoga section. So very nice chapter about the past history of Bhagavad Gita we'll read. What is the Guru Parampara system we'll read. What is karma, and karma, vikarma, we'll read those things. Okay, so very important. The caste system, about the caste system which is there in today's world. We'll read about that. Okay, we'll read about so many things. Today's transcendental knowledge chapters are very important today. Okay, so let's try to go through the chapter and try to understand. So before starting, let's pray our humble obeisances into Radha Madhav lotus feet. Okay, so, and we pay our humble obeisances to our Guru Maharaj and our Shiksha Guru Srila Prabhupada. And before starting the class, we pay our humble obeisances unto his feet, so that his teachings we can easily apply in our life and we can surrender ourselves to Lord. Okay. So Om Agyanam Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namne Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Devtarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaur Bhaktinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. So let's move. So these things we have done. This is a chapter summary of chapter number 3. So renunciation or action was the first question by Arjuna. 1 to 2 sloka. Ekam vada. Arjuna was telling, please tell me one which is good. Okay. Then Krishna was discussing Niskam Karma Yoga. Okay. Then Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga. Okay. So how a person can elevate from Karma Kanda to Karma Yoga, and then led by example how why the great people like Krishna or Janaka work. To give an example to the normal mass of people. So we have read that. And what is the greatest enemy of the soul? Sin, lust is the greatest enemy of soul. Okay, this is the chapter 4th summary now. So this we are going to learn in today's class, and whatever left we'll read in tomorrow's class. Okay, so section 1. So till 8:30 we'll read. Whatever we are able to read, we'll finish, or whatever left we'll read tomorrow. Okay. So in section 1, we'll read about knowledge about Krishna's transcendental pastimes. Okay. So knowledge about Krishna. So transcendental knowledge about Krishna will read the word of about the past of Bhagavad Gita. Those things we'll read in section 1. And we'll read about the Guru Parampara system in this section 1. In section 2, we'll read that Krishna is the goal of all the path and the creator of Varnashrama system. So Varnashrama system we'll read in this section. And we'll read about the all the paths. So different people are worshipping. Some people are worshipping the Brahman realization. Some people are worshipping the Paramatma form. Some people are worshipping the Bhagwan form. So what is their goal? So we'll read that in second part. Okay. Second section. Section 3 about the Karma Yoga. So different type of karma. Karma, vikarma, akarma. We'll read in that. Fourth section about the sacrifices will lead to transcendental knowledge. So what is the importance of sacrifice? What people, which type of people sacrifice, which type of things? We'll read about the sacrifice section. So that is Tyaga. So what is Tyaga? What is sacrifice? We'll read about things. Okay. Then section 5. Summary of the transcendental knowledge. After reading all those things, what is the summary of this chapter? Okay, so we'll read that. So section 1, that is transcendental knowledge about Krishna. Okay. So there are so many knowledges we have in the society. Some knowledge are material, some knowledge are spiritual, and some knowledge are spiritual knowledge also very variety. So many knowledges are there, but out of them, the most elevated knowledge, the most important knowledge is the knowledge of the self, a knowledge of the self, which Bhagavad Gita gives. Okay, so transcendental knowledge about Krishna and the self is given. So we'll read about that. Okay. So this sloka
Hare,
start with the history of Bhagavad Gita. So Mataji, yes,
yeah.
Mataji, Chitra
Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Sri Bhagavanuvacha imam vivasvate yogam प्रोक्तवान् अहम् अव्ययम् विवस्वान् मनवे प्राहा मनुष्वाकवे ब्रवीत्.
So actually, Krishna is talking about the history of Bhagavad Gita. So this Bhagavad Gita is not that I am speaking today only to Arjuna, only to you, Arjuna. This knowledge I have spoken earlier also. So Krishna is saying, Imam Vivashvate Yogam Proktavanaham Avyayam. So this knowledge was given first to the Vivashvan. Okay, Vivashvan was the sun god. So every time sun god will be changing. For some duration, sun god is there. After some time, the sun god will be changed. And the current sun god's name is Vivashvan. Okay, so Vivashvan, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to sun god Vivashvan. Okay, then what Vivashvan did? Vivashvan instructed it to Manu and the father of mankind. So the Manu is called father of mankind. Okay, and Manu in turn instructed it to Ikshvaku. Okay, so Manu's time started from the Treta Yuga. Okay, Treta Yuga, and in turn instructed it to Ikshvaku, and it is instructed to Ikshvaku. Ikshvaku is the Raghu dynasty king. So in this dynasty, Prabhu Sri Ram will come. Okay, so that is the thing. So so you can say this knowledge was first given to the Manu, that is the father of mankind, and from there it is there in the earth. Okay, so if you see till Treta Yuga, what is the time duration? So we'll see that those things will come when it is coming. So big slides are there. So we'll read about all those things. So you see, Krishna is there who is giving this knowledge to Vivashvan. This is the sun god, and sun god giving this knowledge back again to his to here the Manu, and from Manu it is coming to Ishwar, like that. Okay. So importance of parampara. So you see, Krishna is not giving this knowledge to every person, like Ikshvaku, then Vivashvan, then to Ikshvaku, Ikshvaku to Manu. Krishna is giving knowledge to one, and from there, that person is becoming guru for other person, and other person is becoming guru for the next person. So in this way, the gurus are making disciple, and they're giving the knowledge in this way, and in this way, one chain is being made of the disciple. Okay, so one chain of the disciple is being made, and that chain is called the Guru Parampara system or the disciplic chain. If the knowledge is if the knowledge is coming through this disciplic chain succession, then this knowledge can be said to be perfect. Okay, if the chain is broken, okay, if the chain is broken, some person is there who has got this knowledge without any guru. Okay, he has not has any guru and without any guru, so he can add his thought process in that. He can add his his selfishness in that knowledge, and he can present that. You see in the market today, so many editions of Bhagavad Gita. Some people may think that Krishna is the non-supreme personality. Krishna is something different. Krishna is some person. Some people may consider something different. Some people may make is the finance knowledge. Okay, some people, because the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is so basic knowledge about the human body, about the working of this nature, that it can be applied to everything. So people who are inclined to different things, they can misinterpret this knowledge in different way. Okay, so that's why it is very important to take this knowledge from the bona fide source who is coming in the disciplic succession. So that is the importance. Okay, otherwise we'll be lost. So transcendental knowledge about Krishna should be received in disciplic succession. Krishna has given this knowledge to his disciple, and from that disciple, if the knowledge is coming through the disciplic succession and it is reaching to us, that knowledge can be said to perfect. Okay. Thus reveals the truth about Krishna's form, his birth, and his transcendent, his activity. Knowing this truth, one who takes shelter of Krishna becomes purified and attains Krishna. Okay. One more thing. These are taken from purport. So when you read the purport, just I'm taking some few important points and I'm telling you so that while you are reading, otherwise it will be very difficult to understand how many yugas are there, how many kalpas are there. So I'm just taking few points. So I'm trying to make you understand so that when you are reading the purports, you will understand all those things. Okay, you won't have any confusion. So that's why I'm taking it very slowly, the first part, because it will be very difficult otherwise. Okay. So Lord Krishna originally made Vivaswan his first disciple to understand the science of Bhagavad Gita. So first disciple was Vivaswan. Okay. The Gita is the standard book of knowledge coming down from the time immemorial. So many times. So what is the time duration? So let's try to understand the time duration from which the knowledge has come. Okay. So in the Treta Yuga, the science of relationship with the Supreme was delivered by Vivaswan to his lawgiver son Manu. So in the Treta Yuga, starting of Treta Yuga, this knowledge was given to Manu. Okay. Manu, being the father of mankind, gave it to his son Maharaj Ikshvaku. Who was the Ikshvaku? The Raghu dynasty king. Okay, Raghu dynasty king. The king of this planet Earth and the forefather of Raghu dynasty, in which Lord Ramchandra appeared. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita existed in human society from the time of Maharaj Ikshvaku. Okay, so from the time of Ikshvaku, the human society was given, and when it came to the earth in the Treta Yuga at the time of Manu. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu sakale neha mahata yogo nashta parantapa.
So parampara praptam. So this knowledge is being received in parampara, but this knowledge can be lost. How? How can be lost? How this knowledge can be also be lost? This supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession. Okay. And the saintly king understood it in this way. Rajashev. So the Raja or the king who are just like Rishi, okay, very saintly kings. So those are very saintly king. So in this way, this knowledge was given to the saintly kings, like Ikshvaku was very saintly king, and the kings who are coming on the down Parampara system, they are also very saintly king. So this knowledge was given to the saintly king. Can you tell me why this knowledge is being given to the kings, not to the general people? It can be given to the general people, but why it is important?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Yes, Guruji, they
Why?
are ruling the country, no? They can make an order and ask all of them to read and get the benefit of it. Otherwise, if a normal person gets, he cannot spread to the world country, no? That's why I think it's given to Rajas.
Yes, because in the last chapter we have
The
read
kings
that
have to
what a
follow.
leader does, yeah, what a leader does, common people will follow. Okay. So
Yeah.
that was the concept we have read in third chapter. So this is the leader. So kings are the leader, okay, natural leader for the general people. So when this knowledge is being given to the king, they will follow. And when they are following, the general mass of people will also follow that. Okay.
Okay.
But in course of time, the succession was broken and therefore the science as it appeared to be lost. Okay, so one more important thing that due to in the course of time, the succession was broken. The disciplic succession is if broken, then what will happen? The science as it is appear to be lost. So if you are getting this knowledge not in succession, in the disciplic succession, this knowledge is lost. Krishna is telling this knowledge also can be lost if it is not being followed in disciplic succession. So people you see in the market, they will be writing their interpretation of Bhagavad Gita, what they are thinking about Bhagavad Gita. Okay, and it is very dangerous because they can mislead the society also. So people should be very careful to read this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita from a disciplic succession people. The person who is coming in the disciplic succession, who will come in the disciplic succession, who are coming, we'll see that. Okay.
Sure.
So you see here, Bhagavad Gita Krishna giving Bhagavad Gita to to the Vivaswan giving it to Manu, Manu to Niche. Okay, down. So let's talk about the time. So we know that Kali Yuga's duration of years is 432,000. Okay, 432,000. Okay, so at the present moment we have just passed 5,000 years of Kali Yuga, which is which last was 432,000 years. Okay, so let's make it round number. Let's make it 432. Say 400,000. Okay, just to understand. And Dwapar Yuga is just double of the Kali Yuga. So you can make it 4 into 2 is equal to 800 and 1,000 years. Okay. So Dwapar Yuga is just double of this. And Treta Yuga just triple. So you can triple 4 into 3, 12, 1200 and then 1,000 years. Okay. So this is the three calculation. Kali Yuga is 432 or make it 400,000 years. Then it is double Dwapar Yuga and triple is the Treta Yuga. Okay. And Bhagavad Gita comes to this earth at the time of Treta Yuga. Okay, Treta Yuga. So how much years has passed till now? So if you see Treta Yuga and Dwapar Yuga, if you combine, so if you combine, it will come as 12 plus 8 is 2,000 and 1,000 years. Okay, like this, 2,000 and 1,000 years. Like this. So actually Bhagavad Gita comes because 5,000 years are only passed in the Kali Yuga. So we are just adding 5,000 also just for the rough calculation. Okay. So thus some 2,000 and 5,000 years ago, Manu spoke this Bhagavad Gita to his disciple and son Maharaj Ishvaku, the king of this planet Earth. So this knowledge was being given to the Ishvaku at the starting of Treta Yuga. So Treta Yuga, we calculate, Dwapar Yuga time we calculate, and 5,000 years of Kali Yuga we calculate. So this is the time when this knowledge was given to Ikshvaku. Okay. Then one more important thing, one more data. The age of current Manu is calculated to last some this years. Okay, so many years, of which this much years has passed. So many years are there from the human calculation time. Okay. So if you see, accepting that before the birth of Manu, Gita was spoken by the Lord to the sun god Vivaswan. So even before the Manu, it was given to Vivaswan. So Manu gave it to Ishvaku at the time from 2,000 some years, 2 million years, okay, 2 billion years at the time of Manu. Okay, it was given. But it was given to Vivaswan, and Vivaswan has taken this knowledge very, very earlier than that also. Okay. So, spoken by Lord to sun god Vivaswan, Gita was spoken roughly at least this much years of age of ego. Okay. We are adding the age of Manu also. Okay. And we are coming to this number that this was given to the Vivaswan at least this years also, because Manu's life, too many lives of Manu also left. And it was given by Manu, from the Manu to Ikshvaku this much years ago. So we are adding the Manu's life and this both, and we are trying to calculate the age. So many years ago, this Gita was spoken. Okay, it has been extended in the human. It has been extended in human society for 2 million years ago. So many years ago, 2 millions. We have calculated 2 millions. Okay. So these are the parampara system. So Lord has established the 4 parampara system. Okay. So 4 parampara system, if you see, the knowledge was given to Brahma, and in Brahma Madhva Sampradaya, this knowledge was being received by the Madhvacharya, and then Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Okay. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will receive this knowledge. So Brahma, Madhva, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In this way, this chain is being made. Second chain, Sri Lakshmi. Okay, and Ramanujacharya comes on this parampara. Third chain of disciplic succession, Lord Shiva. From Lord Shiva, Vishnu Swami came. This knowledge came to Vishnu Swami. And four Kumaraj, Nimbarkacharya received this knowledge. So if you see this disciplic, 4 disciplic succession, so it is described in this in the purports. I will just few points from the purports I will read, so that 4 sampradaya you will understand. Yes, Prabhuji, you are asking something. Tapas Chakravarti Prabhuji. Okay, nothing is there. So the four main sampradaya or chain of disciplic succession descending through the important acharya spiritual preceptors. Okay, so four sampradayas are there mainly. These are the main school of thought of the Vedic tradition. So just like CBSE, there are ICSE, there those are recognized board. These four you can say as recognized board for the spiritual education for the educations of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, one should belong or to be a part of one of these sampradaya to be considered authorized in their Vedic teachings or practice. Okay, so if a person is there in this sampradaya, that means he has received the knowledge from the bona fide source. That means we can understand the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita from them. Okay. So first sampradaya, Sri Sampradaya. Sri means Lakshmi ji. So this knowledge was given to the goddess Lakshmi, Sri or goddess Lakshmi. And in that, main exponent was Ramanujacharya. So from the Lakshmi, gradually this knowledge came to Ramanujacharya, who lived in 12th century, okay, and propagated this knowledge. Okay. So Lakshmi, goddess Lakshmi, this knowledge was given to Lakshmi, goddess Lakshmi, and from there Ramanujacharya. Then Brahma Sampradaya. So in this main exponent is Madhvacharya. Okay, so this knowledge was originally given to the Lord Brahma, and gradually this knowledge comes from the Brahma to Narada and through different Acharya to the Madhvacharya. And Madhvacharya who lived in 13th century. Okay, and he propagated this knowledge. Okay. Then comes the Rudra Sampradaya. Rudra means this knowledge was given to originated from the Rudra or Lord Shiva. So this knowledge was given to the Lord Shiva, and from Lord Shiva gradually this knowledge perpetually came to Vishnu Swami, who was the main exponent of this sampradaya. Okay, there is one branch also of Rudra Sampradaya that is called Vallabhacharya branch. Okay, there is also sampradaya. This is also a branch of this sampradaya. And then four Kumara, that is called Kumar Sampradaya. Okay, four Kumara are the son of Brahma. Okay, or main and Sanat is the main son, means the important. Okay, and in this sampradaya, out of the four Kumara Sampradaya, main exponent is Nimbarka Swami. Okay, from the main four Kumara, Nimbarka Swami got this knowledge, and he perpetually describe this knowledge to his disciples. Hare Krishna. Okay. So, but what is the significance of parampara? I already told you. If the knowledge is coming in parampara, then we can accept. Krishna says, Prabhupada says in the purport, the Bhagavad Gita is coming directly from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is transcendental knowledge and must not be altered in any way. Whatever knowledge is coming, we should understand through our Guru, and we should give that same knowledge to our disciples. So that is the thing. We should just deliver the knowledge. We should take the knowledge from our Guru. We should just deliver the knowledge same to our disciples. So that should be done. The knowledge of Gita must be accepted without material interpretation or by mental speculation. So some may think, some may mentally speculate different things from the Bhagavad Gita. So we should refrain from that, and it should be accepted without material interpretation. Okay. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita must be accepted from someone who has achieved the Lord's mercy. Okay, who has achieved the Lord's mercy? Who is in the Sampradaya, who has received this knowledge from this Guru Maharaj, he has received the knowledge from his Guru Maharaj, who has received the knowledge and the mercy of Guru Maharaj, that person. Okay, so this is the proper qualification. Having learned it properly from someone, having the proper qualification, who learned it properly, etc. So this is called parampara, the disciplic succession. So that's why it is important to learn this knowledge in disciplic succession. Parampara. Krishna also speaks of the parampara. Now, if you read the purpose, Prabhupada explained the life of Brahma. Okay, and if you are reading the purpose, you will understand, but it is little difficult to understand. So let me make it simple for you. Okay, what is the life of Brahma, so that you can understand and you can go through the chapter very easily. Okay, so just mathematical calculations will be there. You just focus your mind in that. Okay, few minutes, focus your mind completely, then you will be able to understand. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to understand. Okay, so there are 4 yuga, I already told you. So this chart looks very busy. So slowly you be with me. I will simplify this chart for you. Okay. So first is the Kali Yuga. If you see Kali Yuga, I already told you the life of Kali Yuga, or the time of Kali Yuga is 432,000 years. Okay. So this is Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga, just double it, Dwapar Yuga, 864. Just triple it, it is Treta Yuga. And just 4 times is the Sat Yuga. So if you total, you mix, okay. So this is 2 times, this is 3 times, this is 4 times. Totally, if you mix, it will come 10 times of Kali Yuga. So this total duration is called Divya Yuga. Okay. Divya Yuga means 10 times of Kali Yuga. Means this is 2 times, 3 times, and 4 times. If you mix it, 4, 3, 2, 4 and 3, 7 to 9, and it's 10. So if we multiply it by 10, the Kali Yuga duration, then it will come as Divya Yuga. Okay. So total Divya Yuga or 4 Yuga plus if you do. So it will come 432,000 into 110, means 10 more. Okay. So 4.32 million years ago. So you can say one Divya Yuga is all 4 Yuga mix in one time. Okay. So Kali Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Sat Yuga. All 4 mix, one Divya Yuga. Okay. This is the time period of one Divya Yuga. Then comes the Manvantara. Manvantara is 71 Divya Yuga. So if you calculate 71 Divya Yuga, it will come as one Manvantara. Okay. So 71 Divya Yuga. And 14 Manvantara and 15 Sandhya. Sandhya are the time at the last part. Okay. Last part. So these are the time of the Sandhya. So 71 Manvantara, 14 Manvantara and 15 Sandhya. These will comprise one Kalpa. Okay, one Kalpa. That is called 1 day of Brahma. Okay, 1 day of Brahma. So Kalpa is 1 day of Brahma. So if you multiply 71 into 14, it will come as 71 into 14. It will come around 9,000 around something. Okay, and if you mix the Sandhyas also, it will come around 10,000. Okay, 1,000. Okay, so if you see Kalpa, if you relate Kalpa with Divya Yuga, thousands Divya Yuga is equal to 1 Kalpa. Okay. So Manvantara, if you divide it, 71 Manvantara, 71 into 14, then it will come around 1,000 total Sandhya mix. So 1,000. So 1 Kalpa is thousands of Divya Yuga. So to simplify this, just I'm telling that 4 Yugas is there: Kali Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Sat Yuga. 4 Yuga mix is called Divya Yuga. And thousands of Divya Yuga is called 1 Kalpa. Okay. So thousands of Divya Yuga. Divya Yuga is there. If you multiply by 1,000, it will come as 1 Kalpa. Okay. And 1 Kalpa is called 1 day of Brahma. Kalpa means day of Brahma. Okay. Day of Brahma. So day of Brahma is 1 Kalpa. And similarly, that is the duration of night also. So 1 day is Kalpa, and that duration, similar duration in the night also. So 2 into Kalpa is called 1 day and night of Brahma. Okay. You understood? So 1 day of Kalpa, 1 day of Brahma is 1 Kalpa. 1 Kalpa is thousands of Divya Yuga. Okay. 1,000 into Divya Yuga is called Kalpa, and 1 Kalpa is the 1 day, and similar is the night. Okay. And if you take that day and night lifespan of Brahma, Brahma lifespan is of 100 years. Okay. Brahma lifespan is of 100 years. So total lifespan of Brahma is 100 years. And 1 day is equal to 2,000 Kalpa. Now, 2,000 of Divya Yuga. Okay. So if you see Divya Yuga, thousands is the day, thousands is the night. So 2,000 Divya Yuga is the 1 day and night of Brahma. So 2,000 Divya Yuga multiplied by 365 days is the lifespan of Brahma. Okay. You have understood this? Have you understood this or not? It is little bit confusing, but whenever you are confused, go through the YouTube video again and try to understand, read the purpose again. Okay. So that is the way. Have you understood or not? If it is there, then I will move forward. Okay. Just yes or no in the chat
we
box.
understood. Achha.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, we'll move.
Prabhuji,
Yes.
Prabhuji, this vast age, it's beyond our thinking capability actually. We can't think also. How
Yes.
many births have taken place and
That's
all
why
those
we
things.
don't depend
And
on mental calculation, Prabhuji. Whatever is given in the Shastra, that is perfect we take. Okay. Because this is inconceivable for us. And I will tell you the lifespan of Brahma, you will be also, you'll be thinking what is happening. Okay. So many years of lifespan according to material calculation, the mental calculation. Okay. So that's why we don't depend on the mental calculation, because this is beyond our calculation. Okay. So just whatever written, that we accept. Okay. So Brahma
exactly, that
has,
is a better way
yeah,
actually.
yes. So Brahma has passed 50 years. So how to calculate the 50 years? I already told you, this is Kali Yuga. And we multiply the Kali Yuga by 10. This becomes one Div Yuga. Okay. And we multiply the Div Yuga by 1,000. Then it will become a one Kalpa. And we Kalpa, we multiply by 2. Multiply by 2. Then 1 day and 1 night. So it will cover the both. And we multiply the 1 day and 1 night by 360. 360. So that will 1 year. Okay. 1 year. Okay. Now this one will be 1 year. And 50 years has passed. Then we will multiply by 50. So this is the total years of Brahma. 6 Manvantara. Similarly, we'll calculate like this. Okay. So Satyug, Trita Yug, Dwapar Yuga, 9 into 432. 10 into 432,000 here means total Div Yuga, one Div Yuga. Okay. Time elapsed in Kali Yuga, 5117 years. So this is the thing. Okay. You understood this? I'll move forward. So many calculations. You can calculate if you have understood that thing. Okay. Life of Manu and all, it's getting calculated. So many things, it will be like so many things in one go. Okay. Just one thing. Gita come to this earth millions years ago. First only I calculated. Two Treta Yuga and Dwapar Yuga I mixed. Okay. So Treta Yuga 432 years ago and Dwapar Yuga. So if you calculate mix with 5, it will come like this. 216,000 years ago. And Kali Yuga, time elapsed in Kali Yuga is this. So if you see 2 million years ago, Gita come to this earth. Earlier also we calculated. Okay. 1 day of Brahma. If you 1 second of Brahma is, calculate this and you will be amazed. 1 second of Brahma is, you see, 1 lakh years. Okay, for us, 1 lakh, 1 second of Brahma. Okay, 1 minute of Brahma is this. 1 hour of Brahma is this. 1 day of Brahma is this. Okay, 100 years Brahma is living. Okay, so this is the calculation. 1 second, you see, 1 second of Brahma, 1 lakh years for us. Okay. Yes,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Prabhuji. Sa evayam maya tedya yoga prokta puratanaha bhaktosi me sakha cheti rahasyam hetaduttamam. Hare Krishna.
So now comes the rahasya, how this rahasya, if this rahasya is being told, who will be able to understand this? Okay. Krishna says what is the qualification to understand this knowledge? Arjuna is a devotee and friend, except Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So only devotee can understand this knowledge, not who do not accept Krishna as he is. So if you see the translation, that very ancient science of relationship with the Supreme is told by me to you, because you are my devotee as well as my friend. Therefore, you can understand the transcendental mystery of science. That this is the last part is important. You are my devotee as well as my friend. And therefore, what will happen from this? Therefore, you can understand the transcendental mystery of science. So that is the qualification that you can understand this knowledge. So if a person is not a devotee of Krishna, the teachings doesn't have any meaning. No meaning for them. Okay. You won't have these teachings have no meaning if you are not a devotee of Krishna. They will think, what are these so many years? We are not able to think. Whatever we are able to think, that only will accept. That non-devotee will think. Okay. So whatever things they will say, no, this I don't believe. I don't believe this. Whatever things I believe, that is the thing. I don't believe like that. Whatever Krishna say, I won't believe like that. So these things are not made for a non-devotee. Only a devotee can understand. Okay. So to understand Bhagavad Gita, it is very important that we accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God, that we accept our position as we should make our position at Arjuna. Okay. Arjuna was the devotee of Krishna. We should also try to become devotee of Krishna. Otherwise, there is no meaning to understand. This concept of Bhagavad Gita was spoken to a devotee. So this concept can be understood by a devotee only. Okay. So that is the primary requisition to understand Bhagavad Gita. If a person doesn't have faith in Bhagavad Gita, if a person doesn't have faith in Krishna, these words of Bhagavad Gita has no meaning for them. Okay, no meaning. So first qualification to understand Bhagavad Gita is to have devotion, to have faith in Krishna. So many people are reading Bhagavad Gita. So many people are reading. If you see in the society, many people, if you ask, have you read Bhagavad Gita? Some people will say no. Some people will say yes, we have read. But you see, there is no change in their life. No change in their life. Why there is no change? Why there is no change? This is the basic difference. Qualification to understand Bhagavad Gita, they didn't have. The qualification is we should have faith in Gita. Whatever Krishna says, we should have faith. Unless and until that qualification we have, we won't be able to understand. Okay. That is the primary requisition to understand. Arjuna's doubt. How can Krishna be born as son of Devaki, instruct Vivaswan, who is millions of years old? Do both. Yes, Mataji.
Arjuna uvacha aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvatah katam etat vijaniyam tam adav proktavaniti.
Arjuna said, the sun god Vivaswan is senior by birth to you. How am I understand that in the beginning you instructed the science to him? Okay, so Arjuna, the sun god is very senior. We are in the same age. How can I understand that you have given this knowledge to Vivaswan? Why does Arjuna question about this doubt? Does he doesn't have belief in Krishna? No, it is not like that. He is a devotee of Krishna, he is friend of Krishna. Okay. So to defy the demoniac and atheistic people who say that Krishna is ordinary and wants Krishna to speak authoritatively. So two reasons. To defy the demoniac atheistic people, they will also think like that. The Krishna is speaking that I have given this knowledge to Vivaswan. How can Krishna speak this knowledge for the atheistic people? How can Krishna speak this knowledge to Vivaswan? Arjuna and Krishna are in the same age, and Vivaswan is millions of years ago. Okay, so how can he speak like that? Second, he wants to speak Krishna authoritatively. So if a person speaks about himself, the Krishna speaks about himself, then only it is authoritative. No one can speak about Krishna because no one knows about Krishna. Okay, Krishna tells in the later chapter that Name Vidu Shuragana. Okay, so even the Devata and the Maharshi Gana, they don't know about Krishna. Okay, because Aham Adir Hi Deva Nam Maharshi Nam Sharvasa, because he is the Adir, he is the origin of all the Devata, he is the origin of all the Maharshi. Okay, so all the great people, he is the origin only. So who will be knowing about Krishna? Unless and until Krishna speaks about himself, it is very difficult to know about Krishna. That's why Arjuna wanted Krishna to speak authoritatively about himself so that people can know. Okay, that's why Arjuna asked this question. So just from purpose, few lines, Arjuna is inquiring these for those who do not believe in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The atheists who consider Krishna as an ordinary man come to know that Krishna is a superhuman, that he is Sachidananda Vigraha, the eternal form of bliss and knowledge, that he is transcendental, and that he is above the domination of the modes of the material nature and above the influence of time and space. So Arjuna wanted Krishna to speak so that these people can understand. Okay, about the birth of Krishna. So I will read so that you can understand. In the Sri Krishna Avatara took place during the Sandhikala, or the transit time in the Dwapar Yuga, in the 28th Mahayuga of Vishwastha Manvantara. Okay. So that was the Manvantara at that time. Lord Sri Krishna considered as the Paripurna Avatara of Lord Sriman Narayan. Okay, so Sriman Narayan Avatara, in that Paripurna Avatara. So Narayana Avatara is Krishna is called the Paripurna Avatara, that's the full Avatara. Okay, and took birth in the Chandra Vamsham in the Yadu dynasty in the clan of Vrushni. Okay, he was born to the noble couple Vasudev and his consort Devaki Devi as their eighth child. You already know this. So Devaki and Vasudeva in their previous birth has performed severe penance for the several thousands of years to have Lord Sri Mahavishnu as their child for 3 lives. Okay, so they have performed severe penances. As a result, Lord Sriman Narayan took birth as Prushni Garbha in the Satyuga to the divine couple Prushni and the Suthapa. Okay, so they are a couple Prushni and Suthapa. So they are first birth. He has taken birth as Prushni Garbha. Later, in the second 3 lives Krishna has given. So first is the Prushni Garbha. Second is the Vamana Dev as Lord Vamana to the divine sage couple Kashyapa and Aditi in the Vamana Avatara in the Trita Yuga. So second was the Vamana Avatara. And third as Lord Shri Krishna to the Devaki and Vasudeva in the Krishna Avatara. Okay, in the Dwapar Yuga. So this boon was fulfilled 3 births. Therefore, before taking birth, he gave darshan to his parents in his original form of Lord Sriman Narayana and reminding of their lineage and the boon given to them. So when you read Krishna book, okay, or the 10th chapter of Bhagavatam, before taking birth, okay, so Krishna appears in the form of 400 form and tell them their history, past history, the 2 that you have performed the severe sacrifices. Then the 2 lives I have already taken. This is the third time I'm taking birth from you. Okay, like that. It is the description is there if you read. Okay. So how could you tell Bhagavad Gita to sun god Vivashwan if he's senior by birth to you? Okay, so that is what Arjuna is asking. Why don't we hear any story of Prushni Grabha? It is written little bit story of that they have done, not too much story, that they have done very sacrifices they have done, and they asked for Krishna as their son. Okay, Vatsalya Prem. Senior by birth to you, Parampara. So Parantapa word you hear in the Bhagavad Gita 4 time. The meaning is O subduer of enemy, one who gives to other the transcendental knowledge. Okay. So these things, the basic things are over, the calculation part is over. So now we will little bit be faster so that we can understand. Okay. Yes,
Shri
Mataji.
Bhagavanu Vacha Bahuni Me Vyatitani Janmani Tavarjuna Tanyaham Veda Sarvani Natvam Vetta Parantapa.
The personality of Godhead said, many births both you and I have passed, and I can remember all of them, but you cannot, O subduer of enemy. So Krishna can remember their past birth because Krishna's body is the transcendental. Arjuna's body is temporary. So he's changing the body, his memory is changing. Okay. So he's not able to remember his past birth. Okay. And he is a jiva. He cannot remember. Yes, Mataji.
Ajopi san avyayatma Bhuttanam Ishvaropi san Prakritim Swamadhishtaya Sambhavam Yatma Mayaya.
Although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all the living entity, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. So every millennium Krishna will appear, okay, in original transcendental form of Krishna. So there is difference between us and Krishna. Okay, Krishna remembers all the things we cannot remember because Krishna's form is spiritual. Our form is temporary. Okay, we are controlled by Maya, but Krishna is the controller of Maya. That's the difference between us and Krishna. Okay. Krishna is eternal and remember past, present, and future. Everything Krishna remember. Okay. He never forgets Krishna. But living entity, eternal. We are also eternal, but we are conditioned by Maya. We forget everything. Krishna remember all births because body does not change or deteriorate. But we forget because our body is different, our soul is different. Okay. Krishna appears by his own will. He can take birth in every millennium by his own will. But conditioned living it is forced to take body according to our karma. Krishna's body is transcendental. Everything related to Krishna is transcendental. Name, fame, name, form, anything related to Krishna is transcendental. But our body is material. Okay. Krishna, no difference between the body and self. So body and self, there is no difference. But for us, soul is different, body is different. Soul acquires different body also in the different time. Okay. Lord appears in his own internal body, two-handed form with flute. Common living entity changes from one body to another. Okay. So if you see now, it is written that Krishna never grows beyond certain age. Okay. So it is written, these things are written from the purport. So let's read once. Although his body does not deteriorate like material body, he still appears that Lord Krishna grow from childhood to boyhood and from boyhood to youth. But astonishingly enough, he never ages beyond the youth. So if you see the picture of Krishna, always youthful. Okay, he never grow beyond the youth. At the time of battle of Kurukshetra, he had many grandchildren at home, or in other words, he has sufficiently aged by material calculation. Still, he looked just like a young man, 20 or 35 years old. 20 or 25 years old. We never see a picture of Krishna in old age because he never grew old like us, although he is the oldest person of the whole creation, past, present, and future, everything. Neither his body nor his intelligence ever deteriorates or changes. Therefore, it is clear that in spite of his being in the material world, he is the same unborn, eternal form of bliss and knowledge, changeless in his transcendental body and intelligence. Okay, just word from the purport. His activity and why does Krishna appear? Okay. Yes,
Krishna
Mataji.
Prabhu. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham.
So why does Krishna appear? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir. So whenever there is dharmasya glani, the glani of the dharma or the dharma deteriorates. Okay. Abhyutthanam adharmasya, and adharma is rising. So whenever there is dharma is deteriorating and the adharma is rising, tadatmanam srijamyaham, I descend myself. Srijamyaham, I descend myself. I take birth by myself like that. Okay. Srijamyam, I descend myself like that. I take, I expand, I come myself like that, myself. Few words about the word about Buddha. So, Lord Buddha is an incarnation of Krishna, appeared when materialism was rampant and materialists were using the pretext of the authority of the Vedas. So, when the Kali Yuga started, at that time, the people started misutilizing the knowledge of Veda, and their rampant killing of animal was there in the name of sacrifices. Okay, rampant killing of animal in the name of sacrifices. Then Buddha appeared. He thought that is the Buddha is the Lord Krishna incarnation only, and he knew that people won't be able to accept now the authority of Veda as the authority. So it's completely discarded the authority of Veda, and he given the philosophy that ahimsa paramo dharma. Okay, so ahimsa, you should not kill. Vedas and all is not true like that. Okay, so at that time, this teaching was given by Lord Krishna in the form of Buddha. Although there are certain restrictive rules and regulations regarding animal sacrifice for particular purpose in the Veda, people of demoniac tendencies still took to animal sacrifice without reference to the Vedic principle. So sacrifice also recommended in Veda of the animal, but that also have some rules and regulation. Okay, but the people of demoniac mentality, they take the name of Veda and they kill without rules and regulation of animals. So that's why Buddha incarnation was there. Lord Buddha appeared in order to stop this nonsense and to establish the Vedic principles of non-violence. So he started the principle of non-violence at that time. Each and every avatar or incarnation of Lord has a particular mission described in the revealed scripture, and no one should be accepted as an avatara unless he is referred by scripture. So whatever is what is the avatara is going to happen of Lord, it is already mentioned in the scripture. Okay, so if a person is saying that I am avatara, his name must be mentioned in the scripture. If it is not mentioned, then that is not an avatara. So Lord Buddha's name appears in the Bhagavatam. Okay, sometimes he descends personally, and sometimes he sent his bona fide representatives in the form of son or servant, or himself in some disguised form, himself in some different form. Okay, sometimes he comes like son, like Jesus. Okay, comes in the form of his son, servant, or prophet, or himself in some disguised form, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The whole purpose of the mission of incarnation is to arise Krishna consciousness everywhere. Krishna consciousness. Okay. Krishna appears. Why Krishna appears, we have known. So what is the purpose of appearance of Krishna? When Krishna appears, we knew. Okay. Whenever there is rise in adharma or there is decline in dharma, Krishna appears. Then, yes, Mataji.
Yes. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge.
So there are three purposes. Paritranaya sadhuna, to deliver the sadhu or the pious people. Second, vinasaya cha duskritam. Duskritam, the miscreants, vinasaya, to annihilate the miscreant. You can see Kansa here. Krishna is annihilating the Kansa. Second, vinasaya cha duskritam. Third, dharma sansthapanarthaya, and to reestablish the dharma. Sambhavami yuge yuge. Millennium after millennium, I come, I descend myself. Okay. First part is paritranaya sadhunam. This is important. To give pleasure to the sadhu, to deliver the pious. Krishna appears. That is the main purpose. Yes, Mataji.
Vitaraghavaya krodha manmaya mam upashritaha bahavo jnana tapasa bhutha madbhavam agataha.
Being freed from attachment, fear, and anger, being fully absorbed in me, taking refuge in me, many persons in the past become purified by knowledge of me, and thus they all attended transcendental love of me. So many people have attended Krishna's love. How? Vita, Bhaya, Raga, Krodha. Okay. Vita, Raga, Bhaya, Krodha. Vita means free from. Raga is the attachment. Bhaya is the fear, and the Krodha is the anger. So being free from these things, basically, be free from the material conception of life and absorb and surrender to me. In this way, in past many people, many pious people has been they have purified themselves, and in this way you can also purify. So I'll just read some few points from the purport of this sloka. Material people attached to the bodily conception of life cannot understand or even imagine that there is transcendental imperishable body full of knowledge, eternal bliss, as that of Lord. So that is called the frog philosophy. When a frog is there in the pond or in the well, small well, from the birth he is in the well only. He hasn't seen the life outside the well. So his thinking will be limited to the well only. He will be thinking that this is the world only. After this, there is no world. Okay. So later, if another frog comes from outside, he fell in the well, that frog was asking how much big is the world outside. So is it 2 times this well? Is it 3 times this well? It is 4 times this well. And the frog was telling, this is unlimited times of this well. Okay. So that is not conceivable by the frog who was in the well since the birth. It is not, he cannot think also. Okay. That how big is this world? Same thing. Materialist people, they're from the starting, many births, they are attached to the material concept. Okay. And it is very difficult to understand that Lord also has transcendental body. We also have transcendental body. Okay. In that materialistic concept, the body is perishable, full of ignorance and completely miserable. Okay. Our body is full of miseries. 4 types of misery every will get: birth, disease, old age, and death. Full of ignorance. We are ignorant. 4 defects we have: cheating propensities we have, full of defect, and this body is perishable. For them, the Supreme Lord is non-existent and impersonal. For them, they think that Lord cannot have body, because if body is there, then means pain is there, ignorance is there, perishable is there. For them, body is like this only. They have no concept about the transcendental body. Okay, that body is material. There is different body. The spiritual body is different from the material concept. That is the transcendental body. So for them, Lord is impersonal. Lord doesn't have any form, because if Lord has form like body, then he will also have the same concept. But Krishna is telling now. Krishna will tell this Janma Karma Chame Divya. My Janma, my Karma, all are Divya. Actually, everything about Krishna is Divya. Everything about Krishna is transcendental. Whether his name, it is transcendental. Whether his body, it is transcendental. His Janma is transcendental. His Karma is transcendental. Everything about Krishna is transcendental. Because Krishna is the source of transcendental things. Okay, so everything which is coming from Krishna is transcendental, basically. Okay, so that's why. But the impersonal is the person who doesn't believe in personal form of Krishna. What they think? That for them, Supreme Lord is non-existent. That the atheist or impersonal, or the impersonalist. Being materially absorbed, the conception of retaining the personality after liberation from matter frightens them. If they think that after death also we'll be retaining some personality, our individuality will be there, it gives fright. It is frightening for them. They fear that even after death we'll have the personality. Okay, because personality means these things, ignorance, miseries. Okay, for them, that's why they don't believe in separate personality of Krishna. Knowing of the existence of the spiritual life that is individual and personal scares them of becoming person again. Okay, hence they prefer a kind of merging into impersonal void. So their thinking is, after death, if we perfect our life, we'll merge into the Supreme Brahman, because that Krishna is, that Lord is also impersonal, and we will also become impersonal, and we'll merge our identity. Our personal identity will be lost after birth. Okay, because they're frightened of the personal identity. Vitaraga Bhaya Krodha. So this is the same thing described here. Now the second part, second section, applying the transcendental knowledge.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes,
Ye
Mataji.
yata mam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamyaham mama vatmanuvartante manushya partha sarvashah.
So in this, Krishna speaks very important sloka. This is very important sloka. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respect, O son of Pritha. So this sloka seems very small, but the meaning is very deep. As all surrenders to me, I reward them accordingly. Okay, the word accordingly changes all the meaning. Okay, so whatever you want from Krishna, Krishna will give you. Depends on your wanting. What you want, that is the most important. As you surrender to Krishna, Krishna will reward you accordingly. Okay, so if you want from Krishna some material thing, Krishna will give you material things. But Krishna is not limited to that. Okay. Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj wanted some form of the kingdom from Lord, but actually he got Lord. Okay, so he was telling that I was asking for some pebbles or stones, and now I have got the diamond. Okay, so that is the comparison between the material and spiritual thing. He was wanting some material thing and he got the spiritual thing, and he is comparing the material thing to a pebble, okay, or the stone, or the normal stone, okay, patthar, and he got the diamond, the invaluable stone, the spiritual thing. Okay, so that is the comparison. So if some people want pebbles only, stones only from Lord, Lord will give you stones. Some people want diamond, then Krishna will give diamond also. Okay, depends on that. So what you want from Krishna, if you surrender to Krishna 50%, Krishna will take care of you 50%. Okay, if you surrender to Krishna 100%, Krishna will take care of you 100%. If you surrender to Krishna 1%, Krishna will take care of 1%. If you surrender 0%, Krishna will take care of 0%. Okay, so that is the thing. Depends on you what you want from Krishna. Krishna is very kind. Whatever you want from Krishna, Krishna will give. Depends on you. Okay, so everyone follows my path in all respect, O son of Pritha. So some people may be surrendering to Brahman concept of life. Some people may be Paramatma concept of life. They all will come to Krishna. gradually, but very gradually. But it will take too much time. So everyone follow my path, and whatever you want from Krishna, Krishna will give. If you want Brahman conception, Krishna is also present in Brahman conception. So that people will be limited to the Brahman conception only. If some people want the Paramatma conception, people will be limited to Paramatma conception only. Okay, like that. So there are three phases of realization, three levels of realization of Krishna. One is the Bhagavan form, or the light form, or the energy form, which is maintaining the universe. Second is the Paramatma form, which is inside our heart, which is inside our heart with the Atma, and sitting with the Atma, Paramatma is there. That is the different second stage. Third stage, first stage is the Brahman, the light form. Second is the Paramatma form. And third is the Bhagavan form. The ultimate realization is the Bhagavan form. So some people want the Brahman conception only. Krishna will give Brahman conception only. You are limited to Brahman conception only. You will be limited to Brahman conception because you want Brahman. Paramatma, Krishna will give that perception. Okay. Bhagavan, Krishna will be giving that perception. So depends on us. Okay. Who realize Krishna fully? Who realize Krishna as Bhagavan? Devotee. Only a pure devotee can realize Krishna as Bhagavan. Okay. Everyone is looking for Krishna a different aspect of his manifestation. Three aspects people are looking at differently. Krishna is the objects of everyone's realization. Those who are trying to speculate, those who are trying to find the absolute truth. Okay. Krishna is the object of every realization. Ultimately, Krishna is the object of every realization. Okay. So if a devotee is there, you see, devotee is there, how Krishna reciprocate based on the desire. Okay. So if a fruitive worker is there, Krishna is Yogeshwara, mystic yogi for them. Okay. If a impersonalist is there who doesn't believe in Krishna's personal form, he thinks that Krishna is just an energy, as Brahma Jyoti. So how Krishna reciprocate to them? He reciprocate them as Brahma Jyoti. Okay. They will think Krishna is Brahma Jyoti. If yogi is there, the Ashtang yogi, they will think Krishna, they will ask for mystic power from Krishna. Okay. So Krishna will give mystic power. Devotees, they're engaged in the five primary rasa. They want love from Krishna. And love is rasa, the mellow. Okay. So 5 primary rasas are there, and they are engaged with the 5 primary rasas. Okay. Without coming to the higher perfection of Krishna consciousness, all attempts are imperfect. So Paramatma, Brahman, all attempts are imperfect. The perfect one is the final state, that is the Bhagavan form. Okay. Everyone depends on Krishna mercy for success. Whatever you want, Krishna will give. But everyone depends on ultimately on Krishna. Okay. So that is Krishna's mercy. Everyone depends on Krishna mercy. All kinds of spiritual process are, but different degree of success on the same path. All are going in the same path, but different degree. Okay. All are in the yoga ladder. Okay. But different degree. Okay. So that is the thing of this sloka. 5 different rasa I told. So one is called Shant rasa, or called the neutral rasa. Just like in Braj Bhumi, or in the Vrindavan, there are Yamuna river is there. There is Kadamba trees are there. Cows are there. Okay, they are in the Shant rasa with Krishna, neutral rasa. They don't exchange, but they observe Krishna. They feel very nice. Okay, that is called Shant rasa. Second is the Dash rasa. Some people say mellow, or the rasa with Krishna is Dash rasa. They do active service, just like Hanuman is there. Okay. So Hanuman is the active servant of Krishna, or the Lord Rama. Okay. So that is called Dash rasa. They feel pleasure in being a Dash. Then comes the Shakya rasa, or friendship, like Arjuna, Sudama. Okay. They are friends of Krishna. Okay. So they follow in the they comes in the Shakya rasa. Okay, or the friendship. Some people wants in the form of the form of child, that is Vatsalya rasa. Okay, Vatsalya rasa, just like Yashoda Ma, Nanda Maharaj. Okay, so Devaki Ma, Vasudev. Okay, these are the in the form of Vatsalya rasa. They want the Krishna as a child, their child. Okay. Vatsalya rasa. Then Madhurya rasa. Some wants Krishna in the relationship with Krishna as a lover. Okay. So Madhurya rasa's relationship with Krishna as lover and beloved, like a Gopi, Radharani, Krishna's wife, 16,000 wives. Okay. So they are in the Madhurya rasa. Okay. So these are the 5 different types of rasa, and the devotees follow one of those rasa. and they follow one of those rasa of the 5 rasa. Okay, then here are the written are the 9 stages of bhakti yoga. So when we do the bhakti yoga, when we are in the devotional life, we follow this 9 steps, nine forms, which is described in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, or the nectar of devotion. Okay, so first stage is called Shraddha. So people have faith, little faith we have in our heart, and we're starting the devotional life. So Shraddha is the starting of the devotional life. How faith develops? By listening about Krishna, by hearing about Krishna. Then comes the sadhu sangha. After faith, people will start associating with the devotees. Okay. Then bhajan kriya, they will performance of the devotional service. They will start doing the devotional services. Okay. Then comes the anartha nivritti, decreasing of unwanted attachment. Okay, so here comes the attachment. So people ask how we can decrease our attachment through the material world, of the material world. So it will gradually come when you are doing the devotion service. First is the faith, then the association of devotee will feel more uh, more pleasure in associating with the devotee rather than the non-devotee. Then comes the performance of devotional service. We'll start doing devotional services with them, okay, the devotee. And then automatically, if we are attaching ourselves to devotional service, material activities will be becoming less. So it will be decreasing of the unwanted attachment, and then gradually it will form nishtha, or the steadiness in the devotional service. Then we will develop the taste. Okay, then if taste develop, it is very difficult to leave now devotional service. Okay, so now we are permanent. So then it will develop, ruchi will develop in the naam, ruchi will develop. So acharya, they have so much ruchi in the name. They say that I want thousands of years to chant, and thousands of tongue to chant, and thousands of years to hear the Lord's name. So much rasa they have in the Lord's name, because they have attached, they have come this stage, that is ruchi, the taste. Now they can feel the taste. Okay. Then comes the attachment, asakti to the naam. So attachment to the name will develop after the taste. Okay. Then gradually the love will develop, and the pure love will develop. That is the prema. Bhava bhakti, prema bhakti. So at last, prema will develop. Okay. Started the gradual 9 stages. So some people are starting stage, some people in the lower stage. Okay. So these are the stages of bhakti. 9 devotional processes. Okay. Hearing, chanting, remembering, serving the lotus feet, deity worship, praying, executing order, serving Krishna as friend, and complete surrender. The first is the hearing, or Shravanam. Maharaj Parikshit, in the first level I have already described that hearing, or anyone who has taken the class must have described the 9 processes. Okay. First is the hearing, or Shravanam. Maharaj Parikshit has perfected his life through Shravanam, hearing of the Bhagavatam. Chanting, Kirtanam. Sukhdev Goswami was giving the classes to the Bhagavatam classes to the Parikshit Maharaj. So he perfected his life through chanting, or Kirtanam, or taking the Lord's glory, remembering the Lord's glory. Third is the remembering, or Vishnu Smaranam. Prahlad Maharaj perfected his life through remembering. Okay. Serving the lotus feet of Lord, Goddess Lakshmi, service to Lord's lotus feet. Okay. Deity worship, Archanam, Prithu Maharaj. And praying, Vandanam, is Akrura. Okay. Executing order, Hanumanji, Dasya. Okay. So becoming a Dasya. Hanumanji perfected his life by becoming Dasya. Sakyam is being a friend. Arjuna was a friend, Sakyam. And complete surrender was the Bali Maharaj. Okay. So these were the 9 processes of the devotional service. Few points from the purport. Impersonalists do not agree to accept the eternal blissful personality of God. They don't believe in personality. That's why they call impersonalist. Okay. They cannot relish the bliss of the transcendental personal service to Lord, as they have extinguished their spiritual identity. They do not think beyond that there is separate spiritual identity also. Those not firmly situated even in the impersonal existence return to this material world to exhibit their dormant desires of activity. So impersonalists, even they merge into the Brahman form, they will again come back. Okay. They are not admitted into the spiritual planets because they didn't have love for Krishna. So given a chance to act on the material planets, for fruitive workers, lords award the desired results, Yogeshwara, yogis, mystic. So these things we have read. Okay. So it depends on whatever we want from Krishna, Krishna rewards accordingly. Okay. Now comes the the Devata's worship, okay, or the demigod worship.
Hare Krishna. Kankshantah karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devataha shipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Hare Krishna.
So person who wants karmanam siddhim, who wants perfection in the material activity, fruitive activity, karma siddhi, yajante iha devata, they will worship the demigods, the devatas. Okay, so different departments are there. Lord is the departments or Lord is very big. So one big company is there, one chairman will be there, and there will be many departments. Okay, so Lord's universe is like that. Many different departments, because this universe is very big. And for every department, he has some demigods. Okay, he has appointed some demigods to look after that department. So if a person wants something from that department, what he do? So two things he can do. First, he can worship Krishna directly. Okay, Krishna will give whatever the person requires. Okay, because if you are approaching Krishna for material things, Krishna will give you material things, but that is just like a pebble, a stone. Okay, and second thing is Krishna can the person can ask the demigods which is in charge of that department. Like some people want knowledge or vidya, they will worship the Saraswati. Some people want the dhan or the wealth, they will worship the Lakshmi Devi. But actually these are pebbles only. Okay, in front of the spiritual things, these are just like a stone. Okay, but why people want? So Krishna tells, men in this world desire success in fruitive activity, that is material things, just like pebbles, and therefore they worship the demigods. So whatever the pebbles they want from the demigods or respective demigods. Quickly, of course, men gets result from the fruitive works in this world. So why they want? Because they get the result quickly from the demigods. Shipram, material result they can give, they can take, they can have quickly from the demigods. That's why they are too much attached to the demigod worship. Okay, because they give the material result too quickly. Okay. So some few words. Demigods are not different form of God, but they are God's different parts and parcel. Okay, delegated with different grades of power to manage this material world, like the body and its part. Okay, so demigods are not different form of God. Demigods are part and parcel, different part and parcel of God also. But just like we are part and parcel of God, demigods are also part and parcel of God. But they are having different grades of power to manage the different departments. Okay, so they are greater servant of Krishna. Okay, they are greater servant of Krishna than us. Okay. The Vedas say Nityo Nityanam. The God is one. Ishvara Parama Krishna. Ishvara is Parama Krishna. So Krishna is the Param Ishvara. Okay. And God is one. Okay. These demigods are all living entity, that is Nityana, but cannot be equal to the Supreme God, Narayana, Vishnu, or Krishna. That is the difference between them. But why people worship the demigods? Because of the material attachment. They want material result, material attachments. They worship the demigods. Okay, just like pebbles. Dhruv Maharaj was saying, I wanted the the kingdom greater than my father. That was like pebble, the stone. I got the spiritual. I got the the diamond. I attended the supreme. Okay, that is the thing. That is the difference. One who thinks that God and demigod are same is called the atheist or pasandi. If they're equalizing the knowledge, that is called demigods and God, that is called atheist. Even the greatest demigod, Brahma and Shiva, worship the Lord. Okay, if you see the Brahma Samhita, Brahmaji is saying, Govinda Mahadi Purusham Tamham Bhajam. Okay. The results obtained through demigods are temporary, meant for the less intelligent person. What is the meaning of less intelligent person? Less intelligent person means that person doesn't know that there is beyond the material thing, there is spiritual things also. Okay. And that is more bliss giving. That is the real, our real identity. Okay, the soul is our real identity. So less intelligent people doesn't understand beyond the bodily concepts. That's why they are less intelligent. They don't know the concept of the soul and the soul level. Okay, so that's why they are called less intelligent. The results obtained from demigods are temporary, meant for less intelligent person. Demigods are worshipped for temporary material opulence in this material world. Some people want temporary material opulence, they will worship the demigod. Demigods as well as their worshipper will vanish with the annihilation of this material world. Even the demigods are temporary. Okay. When we read the Goloka chart, I will tell you, whole of the creation of the material world, even Brahma, will be also vanquished. Okay. So that is also coming in the material world. So all the creation will be lost and they will come back again. So like that. Okay. Because they are also temporary. Their results are also temporary.
Hare Krishna. Chaturvanyam maya shrishtam gunakarma vibhagashah tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartaram avyayam.
So Chatur Varnam. Okay. There are 4 Varna are there. So Krishna is not talking about the 4 Varna, how this universe is a Varna system is being made. Chaturvarna Maya system Guna Karma Vibhagasha. So this human society is divided into 4 Varna according to their Guna and Karma. So according to their work, this human society is divided into 4 parts by me, Maya system. I have divided the human society into 4. Why? So that they will do the work according to their guna and karma and they can elevate themselves. Okay, in the path. So according to the 3 modes of material nature, the work associated with them, the 4 divisions of human society are created by me. And Krishna also tells, and although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer, being unchangeable. So although I am the creator, I am above the 4 system. Okay. So if you see, the Varnashram system is the division based on guna and karma, not on birth. Okay. Some people may say division on the birth. So Brahmana, a child of a Brahmana is not a Brahmana until he has quality of Brahmana. Okay. Lord Krishna does not belong to any of these classes because he is creator, not the conditioned soul. Krishna is telling, although I am a creator of this system, I do not belong to them. Krishna does not belong to any of these classes. He is the creator. So 4 classes are Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Okay, based on the modes of nature, based on the guna. So what is the guna? Brahmana is in the mode of goodness. Kshatriya in the mode of passion. Vaishya, passion plus ignorance. Shudra in the mode of ignorance. So 4 Varna system is there based on the guna. And above them is a Vaishnava. Vaishnava is even higher than Brahmana. You can see higher than the Brahmana. Okay. So, so what is the meaning of Vaishnava and Brahmana? Brahmana by quality is supposed to know Brahman. What is Brahman? The supreme absolute truth. But most of them approach only the impersonal Brahman. Okay. Brahmana means to know about the Brahman. One who transcends limited knowledge and reaches the supreme personality of God and knowledge. That is called Vaishnava. Okay. Vaishnava means they have reached till Bhagwan form. Okay. So 4 are there: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. And what is the purpose of creation of all those 4 Varnashma system? Gradual elevation. So purpose of system is elevate from the animal status of life to the human status. Gradually, if you are following our karma based on the guna and karma, then we'll be happy and we'll be gradually elevating ourselves from the animal status to human status. People could purify themselves by regulating their desires. Okay. Process of purification for one whose material desire inhibit him from directly approaching Krishna. So these are this Varna system is being made to systematically develop Krishna consciousness. Okay, based on whatever guna and karma you have, there is duty for you, material duty for you. If you are doing your duty based on the guna and karma, gradually you will gradually you will elevate yourself in the spiritual path. Okay, so that is the purpose of making a Varnashma system.
Hare Krishna. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spruha iti mam yobijanati karma birna sabhadyate. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So Krishna says, there is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. Okay. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruitive reactions of world. Okay. So actually, Krishna does not belong to any Varna system. And Krishna does not want any fruitive result from this, from the action of this world. In the last class, I already told you, everything belongs to Krishna. This whole universe belongs to Krishna. And Krishna, if Krishna works, Krishna doesn't want anything in return. Okay. So any work does not affect Krishna. Okay. And one should understand this, because this is Krishna's transcendental quality. Okay. There is no work that affect me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. Okay. So Krishna may act as a Brahmana, Krishna may act as a Kshatriya, Krishna may act as a Vaishya, Krishna may act as a Shudra. But any work does not attract Krishna. Any work does not affect Krishna. Okay.
Evam nyatva kritam karma purvairapi mumukshubhihi kuru karmaiva tasmat tvam purvai purvataram kritam. Hare Krishna.
All the liberated soul in the ancient times acted with this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following in their footsteps. Okay. So that is what Krishna is saying. So from there comes the third section, understanding karma on the platform of jnana. So just we'll start, and 5 minutes we'll take on this section, and tomorrow we'll start from the next section, from section 4. So let's start from the section 3, that is the understanding karma. Okay. What is happening? Okay. So there are 3 types of karma: karma, vikarma, and akarma. Okay. So karma is the action which is performed in terms of one prescribed duty as mentioned in the revealed scripture. So whatever duty is mentioned in the revealed scripture, according to the scriptures, if you are performing our duty, that is karma. Vikarma means against the Shastra. Okay. So action which is performed by the misuse of one's freedom, which directs one to the lower life. Vikarma means against the Shastra. Okay. We are getting papa karma for that. That is called vikarma. Third karma is called akarma. A means there is no work. There is no work. Okay. So action which is frees one from the cycle of birth and death. So if you are doing that work, akarma, there is no birth and death. Okay. Law of nature is there. For every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. So if you are doing material work, you will get the material result. If you are doing good material work, you will get the good material result. If you are doing bad material work, you will get bad material result. If you are doing no material work, if you are doing spiritual work, means, okay, that means if you are doing spiritual work, you will get spiritual result. Okay. So that is the thing. 3 types of work. We'll go through 3 types of work.
Hare Krishna. Kim karma kim akarmeti kavayopyatra mohitaah tatte karma pravakshyami yajñātvā mokshyase shubhat. Hare Krishna.
Even the intelligence are bewildered in the determining what is action, what is inaction. Now I shall explain to you what action is, and knowing which you shall be liberated from all the misfortune. So it is very difficult to understand what is action, what is karma, what is vikarma, what is akarma. Very difficult to understand. Okay, so Krishna is giving that knowledge now. Yes,
Karman karmano hyapi bodhavyam bodhavyam cha vikarmanah akarmanascha bodhavyam gahana karmano gatihi.
So the intricacies of action are very hard to understand. What is karma, what is akarma, what is vikarma is very hard to understand. When you are trying to do karma and when we are getting the bad result, sometimes we get the bad result for that. And when sometimes we are doing bad karma, we are getting good result, like that. It is very difficult to understand the intricacies of action. Therefore, one should understand, one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, and what inaction is. Okay. So 3 types. Okay. So 3 types are there. So we'll just discuss. So first we'll take as Vikarmis. Vikarmis means against the Shastra. So what these people are doing? Don't follow the Vedas. They're working against the Vedas. Risk of being degraded to the lower species. Okay. So this concept will be described in 16th chapter very nicely. How the people who are Vikarmi, who are against the Shastra, who are doing the wrong things only, how they are being degraded to the lower species. Not appreciated by the saintly people, and they defeat the purpose of life. There is no purpose. Whatever purpose, what is the purpose of human life? To liberate ourselves from this material concept, and to have liberation, okay, from this birth and death cycle. They do not understand this purpose. So Vikarmis are the people who are doing the bad work against the Shastra, and they're having the bad results, that is Papa karma. So they have Papa karma. Vikarmi means the karma they are doing, Vikarma they are doing, and they're getting Papa karma. So that are called Vikarmis. Second is Karmis. What they do? They follow the Vedas and the pious and attain Swarga, body of demigods, eventually return to Mrityuloka. So they are pious people. Okay. So they will follow the Vedas, they will they will do the Punya karma. Basically, they will do the karma which is Punya karma. Okay. So they will do the karma which is according to the Shastra, but only for the material conception. Punya karma. Okay. So they will get the Punya result, and to and to suffer and to enjoy that Punya karma. So Vikarmi will suffer the Pap karma, and they will take again the birth of the material body. They will again take, because they will have to suffer the material results. They will take the body again. Karmis, they have Punya karma. Okay. And Punya karma is also material, because they are working at the material level. So results are also material. So they will be doing pious activity, but on the material level. Okay. So they will get the Punya karma. Okay. And to enjoy those Punya karma, the results of the Punya karma, they will have to take material body again, because the Punya karma or Pap karma both are material. So Vikarma and Karma both will have the material body. They will not be getting liberated. They will go to the attain Swarga Loka. They will go to the higher planets. But those higher planets are also in the Mrityu Loka only. They are also in the material world only. Okay. And they will get the bodies of demigod also. But eventually they will return to the Mrityu Loka. They will go to the higher Loka when their the Punya Karma is finished. Come back to the Mrityu Loka again. They will come back to the earth again. That is the Karmis. Now the third types come. Okay. That is Akarmis. Have come to the platform of devotional service of Krishna. So now they have attached to Krishna. Whatever being attached to Krishna, that is transcendental. So their work is attached to Krishna. They are working for Krishna. They are giving the result to Krishna. They are working for Krishna. They are giving result to Krishna. So where is the material result? So material result is not there. Okay. So they know that fruitive activity binds and means rebirth. So actually they are also only in the liberated stage. Okay. Because they are working for Krishna, there is no result. There is no direct material result. Every result which they're getting, that is also spiritual. The spiritual result they're getting. Okay, that means they're attaching themselves to Krishna. That means these work are liberating. So Akarmis are basically in the liberated stage. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
So
Karmanya
we'll just 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes will take more, and we'll try to understand it.
Read this. Karmanya karmaya pashyet akarmani cha karmayah sabuddhiman manusyeshu sayukta kritsna karma krit.
So this sloka many people confuse. So let's understand. One who sees inaction in action. Inaction means akarma. Action is karma. Karmani akarmana ya pashyat. So person who see akarma in the karma and akarmani cha karma ya. Okay. And who see the karma in akarma. So a person who sees he's doing the akarma, and this akarma only he is thinking of karma. He is taking as his karma. Okay. He is doing the akarma, and his main karma is akarma only. So main activity in this material world is akarma only. And the akarma only he is thinking of his karma. That person is only in the stage of liberation. Okay. So if you see this sloka, one who sees inaction in action and action in inaction. Inaction means akarma, action means karma. One who thinks the akarma as his main activity, that person is the intelligent among the man, and he is in the transcendental position, although engaged in all sort of activity. One person who has made akarma as his main activity, that person is only intelligent among the men. Okay. So that is the devotee. Devotees are acting, but they doesn't have any reaction. That is akarma. Okay. So this sloka many people confuse, but try to understand in this way that the people who are making akarma as their daily activity, that people are only intelligent. So I will just read this, Mataji. Sloka will skip.
Yes, Prabhuji.
One is understood to be in the full knowledge, whose every endeavor is devoid of desire for the sense gratification. He is said by sages to be a worker for whom the reaction of work has been burned up by the fire of perfect knowledge. Okay. So he does his duty to the best of his ability and leaves everything to Krishna. Okay. Whatever duty for the material thing he does, and he leaves everything to Krishna. Abandoning all attachment to the results of his activity, ever satisfied and independent, he performs no fruitive action, although engaged in all kind of undertaking. He is doing all the activity, but he doesn't have any reaction because he is attaching all the work to Krishna. He is doing all the work for Krishna. He is giving the work result to Krishna. That's why he doesn't have any reaction. Okay, so he performs no fruitive action, although engaged in all kind of understanding. Okay. A Krishna conscious person acts out of pure love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore he has no attraction for the results of action. Okay. Okay. Two sloka. Such a man of understanding act with mind and intelligence perfectly controlled, gives up all sense of proprietorship over his possessions and act only for the bare necessity of life. He doesn't accumulate too much because there's no meaning in accumulation. Okay, bare necessity of life. Whatever is required, I will earn, and that's all. Okay, and I will focus my mind in spiritual things. That is what. Okay, he moves exactly like a part of machine. As the machine parts require oiling and cleaning for the maintenance, so a Krishna conscious man maintains himself by his work just to remain fit for action in the transcendental loving service of Lord. So just as the machine requires oiling and servicing and cleaning, he requires to act for the fruitive action. Okay, even the machine requires cleaning and oiling. That's why we need to maintain our body also. Okay, but we need to not too much endeavor for the body also. We should not be too much attached to the body that we are only cleaning the body daily and daily, evening, morning, daily, morning, evening, we are cleaning and we are not taking any work from the body. Okay, morning, evening, we are cleaning the machine and we are not taking what is the real purpose of this machine. We are not understanding what is the use of that machine. So we should be taking minimum bare necessity of life. We should be oiling, cleaning, but should be minimal because that is not our target. Our target is the soul level or the person who is sitting inside the machine. Okay, or the car. Okay, so that is the thing. So Krishna conscious person, he will be working just like a machine, part of machine. Okay, he who is satisfied with gain which comes of its own accord, who is free from the duality and does not envy, who is steady in both success and failure, is never entangled, although performing action. So these are the signs visible when one is fully transcendental, in full transcendental knowledge. He won't be disturbed by the dualities of the life. The work of a man who is unattached to the modes of material nature and who is fully situated in transcendental knowledge merge entirely into the transcendent. A person who is fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness is sure to attain the spiritual kingdom because of his full contribution to his spiritual activity, in which the consumption is absolute, and that is that which is offered is of the same spiritual nature. So these are some examples. Okay. So working on your own account and working on God's account. So when we are working on our account, we'll get the result. When we are working on God's account, we won't get the result. So example, a cashier receives issue lakhs on the behalf of the bank. The moment he steals a penny, he is arrested. Okay. So just like that, the cashier is working for the government or the bank. Okay. That money does not belong to him. Just like we are working, but we all things does not belong to us. Okay, everything belongs to Krishna. Whenever we try to steal those things from Krishna, that we will be arrested like that. Sinful and sinless man, like that. Karma and akarma. A soldier killing people in the army is awarded Paramvir Chakra, but when he kills the neighbor, he is arrested. So when a soldier is working for government, he is killing people. Killing is a very big offense, but he is killing for government, then government awarding. And when he is killing for himself, the government is punishing. So that's the change of consciousness. For whom we are working. If we are working for Krishna, whatever material will also we are doing, Krishna will reward with a spiritual thing. When we are working for ourselves, we'll suffer the results. Okay, so that is the thing. Arjuna fighting for Dharma Yuddha on the behalf of God. Duryodhana fighting on his own selfish plan. So for whom he is working? Arjuna working for Krishna, spiritual result. Duryodhana working for himself, material result. Okay. Unwinding and winding spool of tape recorder. So if we are unwinding and winding the tape recorder thing in the older days, we can see this is totally a very difficult task. But when is in the tape recorder is winding and unwinding, very nicely it is getting winded and unwinded. Okay, so that was the 4 results. So from this section 4, we'll start tomorrow. That is sacrifices lead to transcendental knowledge. So we'll start from the sacrifices part. Okay, so we'll stop today.
Yes, Prabhuji.
We are actually ahead of time, so we have 40 to 10 minutes we have extra taken. Okay, so
Hare
I
Krishna
hope you have
Prabhuji,
understood.
thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
devotees, for attending. I hope you will read that. And
Hare
Mataji,
Krishna,
what is the
Prabhuji.
and Mataji, please look after the problem of Vijay Lakshmi Mataji. Why she is not
Yes.
able to. I will also try to open the quiz link and try to see if there is any problem
Yes.
is going on. Okay.
I'll
And
check
whatever
with
problem we
Nandita
are.
Mataji.
Yes, whatever problem we are getting, Mataji, give a detailed description to Mataji. Chitra Mataji, Nanita Mataji will be there. She will try to solve the problem. Okay, Mataji?
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna.
will meet tomorrow and
Yes,
we'll
ma'am.
try to
Yes,
finish
Prabhuji.
the chapter number 4. Okay, 7 p.m. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Vancha
Hare
kalpa tarubhasya kripa sindhu bhavevacha patitanam